delivering in English may not be practicable.
Correct. And since these are these institutes to local community, making arrangements for them to have a hands-on experience also will be easy. Would you agree with it?
Yeah.
Hello.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So
Good idea.
So shall we then?
One second.
So let us recap the strategy. Basically, our idea is to create a vocational education platform.
Vocational and professional educational platform.
Yeah, based on LMS.
Yes. And where we are, the next thing is we are going to have a tie-up with the major technology professional institutes which are there in the region, because these days we've seen that at least in the new educational policy, they're talking about having one higher education institute in every district, Mission Takshashila. So probably we can take that as a initiative, look at that initiative and take this forward, where we can tie up with those institutes which are there in mostly some of the districts, the institutes to begin with, and then come up with these courses or modules where we have video recorded, and then nominal rates we can give it to the schools, make the minimum arrangement. These school students can actually view these videos, or it can be in a local community where young adults can also watch these programs, because you know these days gram panchayats are connected, are having internet access, and they're connected.
So we can use that is have adult education also punched with it, right? So
yes, young adults. Yeah, young adults also. If at all, say for example, we are talking about some carpentry, or we're talking about plumbing and other things. The theory can be discussed by professionals on videos. We can show them videos, and practical part of it, probably 1 or 2 sessions in that course, or based on how 30% practical and 70% theory, probably that's the typical ratio, right? So we can arrange for them to come over to the institute and get the hands-on experience. That is our concept.
Madam, could you shed some more light on the revenue model of this?
That's what, sir, we have to look at the revenue model. Conceptualizing is easy, but the costing is, since it's going to be more like these major institutes are also having some kind of community engagement. They are also having a social responsibility, community engagement and social responsibility. Probably
so
they might come forward
with essentially having some sponsorship model also. That is, those who can't pay but still need the education, they can be sponsored by companies who want to do CSR. If some companies are willing to sponsor this initiative, they can actually choose the candidates to be sent to a training program.
Correct, sir. That can also be done. Most of the major corporations are coming up with these and livelihood training programs also. So they can all entire program. Now, the cost, not a finance person, we need to break it down further and think about how the financing has to be done. So the major costs that are involved here in it, the initial technological setup, the technical aspects, the video recording part of it, hosting it on a server,
and getting the resource persons to come and develop the videos. Like I said, that if you are going to deliver some vocational education, suppose you need some electrical, that is maintenance work. So a video for that will be delivered definitely by somebody who is an electrician, experienced electrician.
Correct, sir. An expert in that area.
So there has to be a revenue, that is there has to be some something in it for them. That is, they should get some remuneration also.
Naturally. Per hour, usually they generally charge per hour. If you look at it also, because any resource person generally they charge per hour. So if you calculate it at a nominal rate, also we should be in a position to figure out what will be the cost. So how many courses we have?
This is going to generate income for the that is for the practitioners also. That is not just a vocational education for the trainers, trainees. It is also beneficial for the trainers in that sense. So this can be a mutually supportive thing. That is, if we create a learning group, somebody is skilled in one area and deliver that particular skill, and while another party can then again become the trainer. So role of trainer can rotate in a group. So this can be mutually beneficial also.
We can train the trainers, sir. Among these people who are learning, they can themselves become trainers also later if they don't want to practice it.
They can practice as well as they can become trainers also. So,
correct.
Both ways is good for this.
Okay. So the initial setup cost and all, we have to have a vague figure at least, sir. The ballpark figure.
Ma'am, for content development is not required for this type of courses. Content development.
Yes, sir. We need content development. That is, the trainer will be giving us the content, and we have to develop it.
May not be, ma'am, like that. I think there should be some standardized content with respect to each model or each area. Like for example, as you said, vocational course for some training job type.
Correct. Sir, if you all are aware of NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation,
yes.
They have prescribed content as per national occupational standards. We call it as national occupational standards. They design content also. You can source this content from them as well, especially when you're talking about skill.
If it is available, for public use, then there is no issue. But if we have to develop, then there is additional cost which we need to consider.
Sir, actually, we are talking about professional courses. When you're looking at professional courses, we have so many people who are actually experts or specialized in these areas. So, in terms of corporate social responsibility or community engagement, I think we can get this content at a reasonable rate. That is what I'm looking at.
I agree, ma'am. Because of
essentially initial stage, some lab will have to be set up. That lab would be anywhere from minimum cost would be around say 1 lakh, 1.5 lakhs to 3 lakhs.
True, sir.
Investment that would be required. Complete setup. That is, few servers will be there, and all the recording, video, equipment, everything, video editing software, and everything would be required. So,
okay, assuming it should be around 1 to 2 lakhs.
Approximately.
So this is the
until we get more information, and then cost for content creation,
content development.
We can get another 1 lakh. Get the initial.
Yeah, the number of courses that we are offering, we should be clear, sir. Based on that, we will know the content. What will be the number of courses that we like to offer to begin with? What are the courses?
Again, in that case, we will have to go to the industry for a market survey. That is what kind of trained personnel industry is currently lacking. Like say, for example, welders. Always in short supply, good welders. So something like that we need to identify.
What I suggest,
you mean to say we have to identify skill gaps, required skills.
So industry will tell us what kind of people they want to hire, but they are not getting the skill sets. So those we will have to create and train, and then maybe do the placement also. That may also be possible. So
sir, NSDC, sorry to interrupt, but NSDC is has been doing this at a very large scale for several years, sir. National Skill Development Council has been doing this where it's giving free of cost for people who are registering for these courses through different training providers. There are so many training providers who are registered under NSDC, and they are actually providing these as per the national occupational standards. It might be a 60-hour course or a 120-hour course.
So
like
how
that.
does it pay the trainers?
This is entirely supported by the government. This
So we need
NSDC
to
program is
find
supported
out,
by the government funding.
We need to find out what exactly NSDC does not offer. So maybe we will need to combine vocational education with management education, something like that. We can combine or something, come up with a unique offering.
No, sir. Why can't we have our own niche here? Since we are talking about local community, NSDC caters to several sectors, sir. You just open that NSDC site, you will get to know every sector, starting from aeronautical engineering. Also, you can find everything, civil work, even beauty
In that case, what I suggest
parlor,
is
provide that
unorganized
kind of
sector,
training.
especially the people working in unorganized sector, tiny and again smaller than tiny businesses are there, vendors are there. So for them, if we could provide some training, right? So
Sir,
that would create a niche area, because these people will not have access to those which is already existing, whether it is NSCC or anything. So they will not have a direct access to this kind of training.
Yes, the awareness also is not there. So we can approach individuals, we can approach MSME sector firms also, basically, who might need training, in-house training they might
sir,
need.
can I just Sir, just one thought which came to my mind is, since we are talking about catering to the local community, why don't we look at what are the professions which have been usually the people in that locality have been following? There might have been some trades or something which is very prominent in those localities, and try to come up with the modules which will help support train those people further, and come up with something new if there are some kind of educated youth there. Because see, now so many people now, if you go to online, there's so many courses which are there, professional and vocational courses. You name it, it's being there available online. The only thing is these people are not having access to because of the cost. And they don't have awareness, as you are mentioning. So why don't we create a niche for ourselves where we look at the local community, try to develop the local livelihood of people there.
In that case, what I feel is, instead of bringing the person to the a certain website or video, why don't we take the course to them, right? So because it is quite impossible for them to turn off their business or whatever they are doing in unorganized sector, especially to catch up with the course and attend the classes and all those things. Something like, if we take the course to them through mobile phone, which is very easily accessible,
What
and
we can do is we can copy the ITC model.
Yeah, something like that. And one more thing which I
model,
feel
we can have it on training coordinator everywhere.
One thing which I feel is, we are focusing on employability of the professionals or unskilled labor. But why don't we consider creating an entrepreneurship skills among them, right? Or enhancing them professionally.
They might be.
We can see so many people are there on the street. So many businesses are there. They does the work, but not very much professionally, right? If we enhance their professional ability of doing the same thing which they are already doing, right? So it would definitely help them, their livelihood as well, and the quality of their services and products will increase, and it will have definitely circular impact on overall economy and the quality of products.
Sounds good, sir.
I agree with you, sir. But for this, we have to do a survey in that area.
Exactly.
We'll have
We need more information.
We need more inputs and understand what kind of trade or art and other things that they practice there, or what kind of small businesses they are engaging in there, or what are the other skills people are having which they can actually use them for setting up their own business. So that is what a complete community assessment has to be done. It's more like a survey, baseline survey of these communities, and understand and try to provide them these kind of livelihood.
Right. In a situation, post-pandemic situation, this will become very, important and key area, because so many people are disturbed. Their business cycles have been disturbed. Their whole, processes have been disturbed. So if
So
in
can we
real
look at,
time, we can-
sir, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Can we look at it from two ways? One, to provide basic training for somebody who doesn't know anything. And the other one would be how to actually ensure that somebody who's already doing his business or his work, how to ensure that he does it much more professionally so that he
Yeah.
can actually
Definitely.
make more out of it.
Maybe more
Yeah.
effectiveness. That is
More
maybe
effective,
management
yeah.
education.
Right, sir. I agree.
Is this what
ma'am.
you call capacity building? The
Yeah,
latter
yeah.
one?
Right, yeah, we can refer it to capacity building.
Right. Perfect.
Okay, now we need to connect it to sustainable development goals, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
where are we?
elevating poverty, education,
Yeah, that would be good.
improving standard of living. All these come under sustainable development goals. But the concept, now we have to structure it so that we can present it to them. So we are focusing on, I'm just giving you a recap, sir. We are focusing on the education sector,
Mhm.
ensuring, trying to provide professional and vocational training.
Two
Right.
types of audiences are there.
Pardon
Two
me,
types
sir?
of audiences.
Yeah, catering to
Some-
two
Two different
Another
one, sir.
audiences.
We can also, if we have to do 500 ton, we can take loans to meet our financial burdens, and same target goes for third year. If we succeed, whatever
Sir,
amount
I
we
can't
Instead of
hear you, sir.
instead of taking loans,
Well,
we can.
Sir, I
all
think
are
you
back.
got into some other group.
All
I
are
think-
back in the main room.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are back in the main.
Anup sir,
I think we are out.
Banerjee sir.
We are
Time
in
up.
other.
Okay, we came.
Please,
we are
group
out.
time up.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Time is up.
okay.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know which group we belong to, Anup sir. Now, finally,
Free room.
That you need to discuss from which group you belong to. At least I think you must be knowing which kind of startup, the name of the startup you must be knowing. So then you all will identify with that.
sure.
So I shared one link on a WhatsApp. Most of you guys have seen that. Have you received any link? MS Team link? So that particular link is basically for evaluation. So you need to evaluate the different groups. Now I would like to call group number 1. Who was there in the group number 1?
Sir, I have not
Because
joined the WhatsApp group. So if you can please mail also the link. Email also the link.
That is the biggest task here, because actually mailing, that maybe I'll tell you later that what is the problem we are facing here. Anyways, I'll share the link in this chat box.
Sir,
This
please,
MS
sir, please mute everyone, sir.
Sir, could you please share the link on the group again?
I'm sharing just now. Now I would like to invite group number 1 that they should come up and give their showcase their idea.
Sir, from our group, Arvind sir will speak. Arvind sir.
Yes, ma'am, I'm there. Sir, for evaluation, we have to
sir, group number 1, hold on. Group number 1, if you have a presentation, then please allow us so that we can give you a right for a presenter. If you have a presentation, otherwise,
sir, we don't have. We have idea.
That's good. That's really great. That's really great. Now I'm sharing. I'll share the link in this chat box in a minute.
Sure, sir.
Sir, chat box is not activated here. I think
even I can't see the chat box.
We have to disable chat box from our side, and I don't think so that we can disable chat box.
But we can't see the chat box.
Chat is available only to the team members.
Okay.
Well, I think that chat box icon will appear if you are attending from the computer. On the top right hand side, you will find icons.
Sir, I am attending from laptop only.
Sir, it's actually the same thing. Yeah, if you are logged in with the email ID which is registered, then only we see the chat box.
Chat box is working, ma'am.
Sir, I actually.
Sir, it's not available on cell phone.
Okay.
नहीं sir, laptop भी नहीं available है. It's not available anywhere.
I've joined from my institute's ID, which we use for Teams, so that might be that's.
It's available on the mobile phone. I'm doing it from mobile, and it is available there.
Sir, a small suggestion, let us not spend time on this. Let the organizers rate all the teams, sir, because it is taking a lot of time.
So I think Professor Singh, we can proceed with the ratings of the participant. They will rate themselves, not themselves. Inter rating will be there, right? So hope the link has already been shared on WhatsApp for that.
And I'm sharing here also.
You can share in the chat box also, so that it is easy for the people, those who may not be able to join WhatsApp group. So see, the link has already been shared in the chat box also, as well as in the WhatsApp group also. So you can rate. So we can start the process.
Yes, please, sir. Group number 1.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. We are from group number 1. We have identified an area where there is a great scope for the business. At the same time, it also supports to minimize our carbon, our footprint on the environment. So we have decided the product that we are going to start a business which deals in collection of e-waste. E-waste means collection of, it deals with electronic waste, maybe the laptop, mobile phone, or maybe television or anything. So for this particular things, we are going to start a business where we will form a team members, and for particular things, we also having the one thing which are in our mind, that we are also going to repair the products which are not functioning due to some reason. So if possible, we also doing the repairing part. Otherwise, we will do the conversion of product, the electronic product into the raw material. It also supports education. We are supporting the education of unprivileged that we have faced. During this Corona time, students are facing a lot of problem due to the unavailability of mobile phone. Mobile phone, laptop becomes the basic needs of every individual in this difficult time. And this is the future. It will happen, will remain there. Yes. So for this particular things, we have idea I have already shared. For strategy part, we are going to collaborate with 2 parties. First part, we are going to collaborate with corporations of tier 2 and tier 3 cities, where we can target the end consumers with the help of corporation. We will take their permission to enter into the market in their particular area. Second part, we are going to collaborate with the industry also, and industry also contribute a lot in terms of electronic waste. So we will collect the waste directly from the end consumer and from the industrial customers. So they are not worried about where to dispose electronic waste. Initially, we are targeting tier 2, tier 3 cities. Next, for the financial, we have seen that Government of India has already supported. They come up with some idea to support the startups. So it is about rupees 15 lakh support for innovative waste management. So we can apply for this particular fund with the government, and hopefully we will get. For implementation part, we will form a team. First team will responsible to collect the waste from the end consumer and from the industrial customers. Second thing, there will be a team which are responsible for the repairment, for repairing the product. We also looking for have tie-up with e-commerce companies. I hope you must have seen that the refurbished products are also available on e-commerce sites. If possible, we can also sell product through e-commerce. So it also bring funding to our startup. Under the CSR activity, we are going to support first thing education with possible the products which are possible like mobile phone, laptops, we can distribute to the unprivileged people. We also support. Yes, it also bring. It also help to generate employment in our specific area. We have seen there are a lot of people due to corona, they are very difficult for them to earn their bread and butter. So if people are possible, they can also start working with them. We can pay the minimum amount, whatever possible. So these are all. Kavya ma'am. Kavya ma'am, are you there? And people. Number one. Someone is speaking. Thanks, sir.
So this is it, group number 1?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. I'm getting a message that maybe in that particular form which I've sent across, people are facing problem for access, that it is asking for an access for that particular form. So what you can do is just type your marks in a chat box, because that is creating a problem. MS Team is, there is some problem into accessing that. So for group 1, you rate your rate the group 1 on the 3 parameters, 1 to 5.
We don't have access to chat box, sir. Chat box is we are accessing through the browser. Only if we have downloaded Teams chat box we can access.
So sir, our suggestion would be you only rate, because
okay,
the
no problem. I'll do.
Yeah.
So that will be better, sir.
Sure.
Chat box, is the chat box visible now?
No.
No, it's not. So we can start with the group 2, sir.
Yeah, group 2, please.
So for group 2, can we have presenter access?
Great. Just a second. Mayank sir?
Yeah, sir. They can tell me the name and I'll give them. Name of one person whosoever want to present.
I am presenting, Isaac Verghese.
Okay. You are the presenter now.
Okay, I'm just sharing. Just give me a minute. Can you see my slides?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see your slide.
Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for this opportunity. I'm representing room 2. So my team members will be joining me as the presentation goes on. The idea that we came up with is being the white ambassadors. Safedi mein sabhyata hai. basically to promote white color as an option for clothing and also for even for painting houses and so on, because we feel it is most environmental friendly and sustainable as a solution, and it uses lesser of raw materials. So this was the idea that we came up with, and that's a tagline that we are planning to use as we go along. So when we were looking at it, I think we had a interesting sessions on how the way UN has envisaged the sustainability objectives. So I think we meet certain of the goals that has been set. By using this, I think we'll be promoting good health and well-being. We'll be also promoting clean water and sanitation. Clean water and sanitation, because as we go along the presentation, we'll be explaining. We'll be looking at, even if we are looking at coloring in terms of customization, we'll be only looking at herbal-based dyes. So we'll not be polluting the environment. We hope that by using it, we'll be creating sustainable communities, and we'll be also promoting responsible consumption. We'll not be using unnecessary raw materials. We'll not be promoting unnecessary color combinations. So we believe that if implemented the way we are thinking, these are the UN sustainability objectives that are being met. If any of my group members wants to add something, they can.
Yeah, good health and well-being. It also denotes the purity in thoughts, words, and deeds, like the feelings of hatred, jealousy, and cutting the cutthroat competition which we have. That also we signify that Safedi mein hi sabhyata hai. That was our intention of putting this tagline. Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
So
I would like to. Another thing is that nowadays everyone is talking about vegetarian. Similarly, everyone is now talking like sattvic. Sattvic is that purity. So white color is a form of purity, and white color in our surroundings gives positive energy, and it reduces the negative energy. So we focus on purity form of our clothing. So that is white. So we choose to take as a white color as a symbol of purity.
Thanks for that, sir. So the strategy that we chose was, we are looking at responsible clothing and housing by having a minimum harm to the environment, by using minimum number of raw materials. So this is the strategy that we are going to use for coming up with this venture. The branding that we intend to do is by targeting specific demographic groups. For instance, we'll be coming out with clothing that targets the children in one category, for youth awareness, and also the senior citizen. And we will also be having customized for events. Like, for instance, we can tie up with the CSR initiatives with the major corporates. Say, for instance, if they're having a Pune marathon or a Mumbai marathon, they'll be, they can look at this as a clothing option, because, for big marathon events, they always give out clothing as an option, or even for that, a t-shirt is given. So we can customize it, and this would be our target audience. So when we look at the production process,
regarding this event, I would like that suppose in Navratra we use different.
Dear friends, one thing which you have to keep in mind, we are running short of time, so maybe because of this, other groups will not get a proper time. So please be concise and brief, so that the rest of the group can get appropriate time.
Okay, so I'll run through it fast. So when we looked at the production process, we wanted to make sure it is, as sustainable as process. So in coloring, we'll be using only herbal dyes. Water, we'll try and use recycled water as much as possible. For power, we will be installing solar panels as the process goes on, maybe not right at the front. And for discharge, we'll ensure that the waste is treated to avoid pollution. So that's where we are looking at. And then we were also asked to look at what would be the targets. So when it comes to demographic targets, in 2 to 3 years, in all the categories that we are envisaging, we will be trying to look at 20 to 30% adoption, like 20 to 30. Suppose we go into a particular city, at least 20 to 30% of the target group going in for such kind of t-shirts. When it comes to raw material usage, we know that starting a venture completely on organic basis may not be feasible. So we are keeping a target of 3 to 4 years. In 3 to 4 years, we will be trying to source it by, we will be using GI tag sources, so that we know it's completely sustainable. So in 3 to 4 years, we'll try and make sure our production process uses raw materials which are completely sustainable. So that's where we wind up. Sorry to have taken a bit of extra time. So this is where we wind up with our presentation.
Great. Group number 3.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
so we are from group number 3. I'm Dr. Monojit Banerjee. I think
Go
I
ahead,
will
sir.
start the presentation and my group members can join. Basically, we were hoping to plan a service sector industry. That is, since we are mainly from the training community, training and education industry. So we are hoping to create a platform which will cater vocational and professional training to local communities. That is, we were hoping to create a niche market for ourselves by approaching the people who are not well trained, but they need jobs, need access to jobs, and therefore they would require access to vocational education. Now, since there are for vocational education, not exactly aware of these things, so we were hoping to create a platform. This platform would be a learning management system which is created using open source technology. That is, we could use Moodle or something like that, and it could be hosted in a lab. And from that lab, using internet, the courses could be delivered to niche markets. That is, we would be approaching the local artisans, local craftspeople who need access to better job opportunities, but they are unable to do so mainly because lack of awareness of opportunities and also lack of skill sets. So they may know something, but they are not really of that skill level to be able to exploit job opportunities. So what we will be doing is we will try to create some courses for them, which will be professional training or vocational courses. Now, these courses will be delivered by practitioners. That is, this is a two-way benefit. On the one hand, it creates employment opportunities for expert craftsmen or expert practitioners, like say, for example, electricians, welders, or similar people. They can deliver content for our platform, so that is an earning opportunity for them also. And while on the other hand, we can actually have these videos, training videos made available to people who actually need to develop their own skills. So in the case of in a certain situation where neither a professional training workshop nor any kind of training opportunities are available to people who want to learn a particular craft and become experts in it, we can actually try to use information communication technology to deliver courses to these people at a very nominal rate. So on the one hand, people who need to develop their vocational skills, they will be able to access courses at a nominal rate for an education using the devices. Maybe one device could be shared by a group of people. We were also hoping to create a network, something on the lines of ITC's each of all model. That is, we could have a training coordinator in every village or in every small town, etc., where there is a need for this kind of training opportunity, and they could be provided with a device, or if they could collect the money to get one or two devices, those devices could be shared by people, and they could access the training courseware from that two devices. So in that case, a network would have to be developed, and basically the training courses would be floated at a nominal rate. Now, there might be a situation that these artisans who need the courses, they are also unable to pay for these courses. So in this case, we are hoping to get a sponsorship model. That is, there are many companies who opportunities would float this as a CSR opportunity for different companies, that they sponsor a town or village. That is, they could adopt a town or village and get the people there trained in different crafts, so that there could be employment generation and self-sustainability in terms of this employment. So in that case, there could also be, that is, we could also think about basic vocational training, or that is expert level training, continuing education, adult education also we could target, because once the model or once the network is created, then it can be leveraged in many different ways. So essentially, at the initial stage, there would be a basic investment which would be say around 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs for setting up of a lab for developing videos, etc., and the servers, etc. That would be some investment needed, and a budget of 1 lakh initially may be created for the content providers. So artisans and experts in different fields, they could be the content providers. That is employment generation for them also. Now we could also go for train the trainers model, that is based on the apprenticeship model. We could tag a certain number of craftsmen under a master craftsman using the ICT model, and that way master craftsmen can actually create trainers for the next batch of trainees. So that way we could actually generate a lot of trainers as well as content. So this is the basic model that we were hoping, and we were trying to target sustainable development goals like alleviation of poverty, education, and that is upliftment of standard of living, etc. These were our basic idea. So achievable targets in the initial stage is to create a viable model as a proof of concept that this model will actually work. So something like a prototype would have to be created to actually see whether it is at all viable. So that was our achievable target. This is more or less about, unless I have forgotten something, anybody else from my team can contribute. This is our model.
Thank you, Professor Banerjee.
One point I think you have missed, that it is not just for employment, but for their what do you call it, livelihood development also.
Yes.
The project
economic livelihood, standard of living also.
Entrepreneurship,
yes.
You can say entrepreneurship development.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Banerjee and Wasiullah sir. Now, group number 4, please. Group number 4. Anybody is there from group number 4?
Call out the name of any of the participants.
Even we don't know the group actually. When we, it is an automated group. We form it automatically. So group members have to. Anyways, anybody? Group number 5. Group number 5.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, actually, I was put in room number 4, but the earlier discussion that Dr. Banerjee was sharing, in that group I was.
No problem, ma'am. No
I'm
problem.
sure. Yeah, so group number 4, actually, we really couldn't find anybody. So Dr. Anup, Dr. Banerjee, myself, Dr. Wasiullah, and Kavita were there. Discussion tech, which just was discussed.
Sure, ma'am. Group number 4. Okay, as you told, regarding the group number 4. Group number 5.
I think we are from group number 5.
Yeah, probably Suhail and group.
Yes, sir. I need rights for presentation, sir. Preeta.
Just a second, ma'am. Just a second. We are giving you access as a presenter, ma'am. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
May I know the name whom I have to make presenter?
Preeta, sir.
Preeta.
Can you please spell the full name?
Preetha.
Is it S Preeta?
S Preeta, yes.
S Preeta, yes, sir.
Okay. So I have made you the presenter.
1 second.
Rest of the groups, you may post your ratings in the message box.
I think my screen is visible now, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening to everyone. I'm representing group number 4, and we have thought of a concept called SUSTI points, in the sense that it is sustainable.
Excuse me, Preeta ma'am, we are group number 5, and please put on your presentation on presentation mode, slideshow.
Okay.
F5.
Okay. Yeah, we are group number 5, and we have come out with a concept called SUSTI points, in the sense that it is a short form of sustainability points. Okay, and this is an idea which has stemmed out. We want to be a service provider who provides sustainability points. Okay, so we are a service provider company who provides sustainability points. And how this idea works out, this company will be a facilitator who bridges individuals and institutions who engage in sustainable activities. Like there are several activities which an individual do in course of his normal day to day, and these activities which are carried out in a sustainable manner will be assessed, and points will be rewarded for these activities by this company. So their primary focus will be, one vertical will be to assess the activities and offer points to individuals, and the points earned by those individuals will be exchanged with offers from companies who will empanel with SUSTI points. Not only individuals, there are 2 segments, and SUSTI points will act as a bridge. Someone similar to, I can give the example of a facilitator or a cab aggregator who facilitates or bridges 2 ends, the person who is in need and the person who has got the service or the product to fulfill the need. Similarly, SUSTI points will act as a bridge in between the individuals who perform sustainable activity and the companies who are willing to encash upon the sustainable activity to showcase that as their CSR or sustainable initiative by giving them some offers or giving them some reward points or giving them some coupons. So why we really wanted to have this as a concept is basic awareness about sustainability is lacking among every individual, and if they are properly rewarded, maybe the awareness will spread and more number of people will engage in sustainable activities. Like the case of vending machines, whenever a particular brand of cool drink is used which is having a sustainable packaging, and if the caps are produced in a vending machine, they will consumers will get a metro usage card for in return for the number of caps that are used, something like that. We would like to have an organization itself which will offer that kind of facility, that kind of an encouraging aspect to the customers. And I have my group member to elaborate further on these aspects. Dr. Suhail, you please go ahead.
I think Kanupriya madam supposed to take the slide, or should I go ahead and explain?
Yeah, anybody.
I'm there, Suhail. Thank you, Preeta ma'am and Suhail. So as ma'am has explained, it would work like some credit point system, like you have a credit card. Similarly, we can have a SUSTI point card wherein the points would be accumulated. So the strategy for that is that we would be assessing the activities of the individual, that how many trees have been grown by them, how much waste material has been collected and sent by them, and what type of paint they are using for their houses. So whenever such activity is done, that would be converted into points by us, right, who would be engaging in these sustainability activities. And these points will be exchanged with offers from the big companies. We will empanel with the big companies also who have to do these type of activities under their CSR initiatives. So we will empanelment with them would be done, and then these things would be converted into the Susti points. Now, any sustainability activity relating to like waste segregation is there, responsible consumption is there, like the person is using bicycle in place of the motor vehicle daily, or he is using products which are more herbal and less detrimental to environment. They are using wooden furniture for their houses. So such type of activities can be rewarded, so that more awareness and more responsibility arises in the citizens of the country. What's the next slide, ma'am?
I think we are done with this. We have to talk.
Okay, so
we didn't have time to further go.
So I'll hand over to Sohail now. He would be talking about the targets. Yes.
So the whole idea, as ma'am has explained, that to make everyone aware, and then we give them a sort of a reward, create awareness, create a competition, and promote it somewhere to make by making an app, and ultimately making everyone adopting the sustainable lifestyle, which ultimately help in maintaining our planet and people around us and everyone going forward. So this is a strategy. The lot will be think we need some expert panel, more views also. As far as the targets are concerned, so as we said, we want to start it as an awareness thing. So for that to set up some numbers is really difficult. What we are thinking that ideally a role model has to be set. So a city like Bhopal, wherein is a medium scale of city, not much industries also there. It is there, but not at the level of metro. So we can adopt a village, a second tier town, and in this, our thing is that 3 months of time, 25% of the population should be made aware of this kind of campaign, and they should be made, they should be made to think that this is important that we start changing our lifestyle by doing the high decibel ATL and digital and BTL activities, and slowly we start promoting. And the idea is that to give credit on each and every aspect that is involved in a person's living, like eating, what you are eating, as explained by my other member. And slowly in the future, we would like to give some discredit also if somebody is only using the petrol vehicle or using unnecessary going alone, or if somebody is pulling a car, so sign for more credit. So this is the whole idea, basically just to create awareness. So like within 3 months, we would like to reach to 25% of the population, and wherein individual and the societies. And by 6 months, probably we talk about including all the SMEs also who do not have the proper waste management, and they produce waste in a huge quantity, and that unnecessary is detrimental to our society as well. So 6 months a time wherein we will include every stakeholders and try to make a zero waste sort of city. And then going forward, like the next year to make it a permanent one, the next after 1 year going to another city, and that's how we should promote it. So yes, a lot of things has to be done. Probably we fell short of a time. So this is the idea that we wanted to say. Thank you.
And regarding the sustainability of the organization, when we would be like collaborating with the individual end customers also, and we would be collaborating with small industries also, and we would be collaborating with the big industries who have all the resources to recycle and reprocess the collected material, then that collaboration would help us in driving out some money to carry on our organization and organizing more awareness campaigns. And also it will help in launching another vertical. Like one vertical would be for the corporates, another vertical could be transforming the waste which cannot be recycled into a new line of products. Like we have many show pieces made out of waste material. So even that vertical can be launched in future to support the organization.
Thank you, Group 5. Group number 6. Anybody from group number 6? Group number 6, anybody is there?
Yes, sir.
From group number 6.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh.
But I would request, any of my group member, if they can present, because I would really love to give them a chance, because, we have Dr. Baldev, we have a few more group members. Any of the group member?
You start, Sandeep.
Okay. Okay. So I'll start, and if any of my group member, I would like to request you to please add as and when required. Okay.
Sure. So Sandeep, you want to be the presenter?
Yes.
You want presentation, right?
No, I do not want presenter, right? Because I did not make any slides.
Okay,
so
okay. Please
I'll
go
be
ahead.
just sharing the idea. So as discussed in the group, like, we have thought of starting a company with the which will be dealing in the organic food or organic crop. So in initial stage, because we will not be having a lot of money to invest in, so what we have decided that first of all, the name of the company would be Organic Apple Supply, but it does not mean that we will supply only the apple. It's the name of the company. Now, in order to make sure that we are getting, the good use of money, and as we are the startup, to reduce the cost, what we will be doing, we will be dealing only first year, we will be dealing with the only apples, and later on we can grow our items, like we can grow the number of items. So initially we will start with the apples. We will hire an expert who will be expert in the quality of the apples, like so that we can make sure that our customers get the good quality organic apples, because all the stakeholders may not be experienced. So we need to maintain quality, and to ensure the collection, or the procuring that food, we will be signing MOUs with the farmers. In that MOU, what we will be doing, that we will be in the beginning of the season, before they start actually growing the apples, we will be helping them or with some money, so that they will have enough money to grow their crop. And at the same time, in the MOU, we will also mention that they will be selling it to us. So we will ensure our supplies in this particular manner, so that we make sure that we are not running out of the supplies. ऐसा नहीं हो कि हम एप्पल खरीदने जा रहे थे, एप्पल नहीं मिल रहा. और in this method we will also promote some discounting, because we are making advance payments and we are making advance MOUs. So we may be able to procure apples at a very good competitive price, instead of going into the auction in the season. We will buy it pre-hand. Now, for the supply, we will be opting two models. One is D2C, direct to customers, and second one is B2B. For D2C model, we will be incorporating technology. Again, it will be outsourced. There is a company by the name of Unicommerce, and there will be other companies are there, where they have integrated all the things in there. Like they have their warehouses, they have their logistic partners, they have their accountings, and the movement of the goods. They have all the setup there. So we do not have to invest a lot of money to start with, because most of the things are outsourced. And through that, we will be also channelizing our sales from there, because they are into D2C. So we will be like one single produce, we will be able to sell on the multiple channels, be it Amazon, be it Flipkart, be it our own website, or maybe some third party e-marketplace. We can sell it there. We also have to make sure that wastage is wastage should be minimal, because the apple which we are producing or we are trying to trade, that is a product which can be जो खराब हो सकता है. So what we will do, we will also have tie-ups with the B2B, ताकि एक particular shelf life तक ही वो हम उसको D2C के लिए उसको हम promote करेंगे. Otherwise हम उसको B2C पे दे देंगे, ताकि हमारा wastage ना हो. एटलीस्ट भले ही हमारे को कॉस्ट उसमें प्रॉफिट थोड़ा कम मिले, D2C में प्रॉफिट ज्यादा मिलेगा, नो डाउट. B2B में थोड़ा कम मिलेगा, बट वी हैव टू कीप डोर्स ओपन फॉर बोथ टू मेंटेन कि हमारा वेस्टेज कम से कम हो. And with this, we are like to test the market in the initial phase, in the initial first year. we will be taking the target of 100 tons only. So with the 100 tons, like, because again, we will be putting some money in advance with the farmers, but we are not investing so much in technology because we are doing outsourcing. So we will have enough money. And we will also try and make some arrangement for the credits with the farmers, like 25% मान लो उनको क्रॉप के टाइम पे दे दिया, 25% फिर दे दिया, 50% उनको माल बिकने के बाद दे दिया, तो कुछ इस तरीके का अरेंजमेंट कर सकता है, so that we can maintain our finances as well. And now in the first year there are two chances, either we succeed or we fail, right? So we have kept both in mind. So in case if we succeed and if we are able to maintain that 100 tons of our production, and if we are able to do well, then we will take the target for the next year. For the second year, we will make it 5 times, like 500 ton. And to meet the financial requirement, because now we have the history of 100 ton, we can go to loans, we can go to banks and say that this is our business model, this is how we are supplying, this is how we are maintaining the things. Our expenditure is minimum because most of the things has been outsourced, and warehouses we are not building our own, we are using the warehouses of our logistic partners. So they are maintaining it, they are also maintaining dispatch, and also our manpower is also very reduced. We are working on the minimum.
So we have already passed 15 minutes from the stipulated time, so please make it short.
Yeah, it's almost done. So in case if we fail, then we will reduce the quantity to the 50%. So we will go with the 50 ton. And same for the third year. If we succeed, we will make it. We will go 5 times of the successful quantity. If we fail, then we reduce it to the 50%.
Thank you, Sandeep, for presenting the group idea. I'm just adding one single thing that while conceptualizing this model of our company, we have been targeting our two sustainable development goals. First one is the group good health and the well-being, and another one is responsible consumption and production. So by providing the organic apple, we are somehow taking care of good health, and at the same time, when we are motivating the farmers to grow some organic apple, so we are ensuring the responsible production also. That's it. Thank you.
So is there any group which is left off?
Sir, we are left off, sir.
Please, ma'am.
Okay. I don't know where are the other members.
No problem. You go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Can you give me the sharing option, please?
Sure, ma'am.
Your name, please?
My name is Saranya.
Can you spell it?
Saranya. Yes. Okay.
The rights have been given to you.
Okay. I'll just. Visible, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Visible?
Yeah, visible.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to talk directly since it's already been 4:45. I'll just talk to the point. So the the service provider, what we targeted is we called as dry waste walas. The major sustainable development goal will be responsible consumption and production, where in one of the goals, the target is the 3 Rs. So basically what we do is we provide services in partnership with the municipal corporation and also in partnership with non-government organizations. So in that partnership, what we do is we select to prove that we are doing these services, we select a particular community. And in that particular community, we make a study if the segregation is a major thing in waste management, where in India, because of the lack of proper segregation, there's a lot of waste which is can be utilized better, which is not being utilized. So if after the study, if the segregation is not done effectively, we will have certified recyclable dealers for paper, plastic, glass, go to the household apartments, and the people there selling the particular waste to the certified dealers. So that way, the dealers, they will be certified. They will go to medium dealers where they will again go up to the circle. I mean, goes up to the hierarchy where they give it to environmental friendly entrepreneurs. So our target is managing in partnership with the government, managing proper recyclable waste and making sure that the segregation is done effectively by giving financial incentives to the people. And that is one part. If we understand that the particular community is not doing segregation effectively, we in partnership with the corporation, we ask the corporation to collect the waste. And from there again, with the corporation, we make sure that only certified dealers are handling the waste. For example, if it's plastic or paper, if you talk about glass, crushed glass are used for the recycled crushed glass are used for construction. And right now, because of there is even opportunities where a building has been constructed with 3D technologies using recycled polymer. So we make sure that give certification for the dealers are proper and the informal sector is recognized properly, and also making sure that we provide opportunities for entrepreneurs in the social enterprise, where it will be a motivation for them to take up the scrap business with respect to the recyclables. Strategies is financial incentive for people where segregation is proper. For example, if definitely money is a huge motivation for example, there was a lot of studies where the household help in different apartments don't segregate the waste properly because they are in a rush. They have to go to another apartment for their own work. So we make sure that some financial incentive is provided for if segregation is proper. That will be a huge motivation. And e-waste, although there is municipal solid waste management, e-waste management rules, the NGOs are there to collect e-waste, and other different huge companies like Philips, all of them, they accept the electronic exchange. We make sure that periodical e-waste collection is bi-weekly. And then another thing is certification of few dealers who deal with the recyclable, and so you're recognizing them. For example, the rack picker, there's a lot of child labor in waste management, where you're making sure that the children are not employed in the sector and they sent to school, and other people, the old people, the other people who are in the informal sector are recognized. And it also is in the strategy, we are promoting entrepreneurs who produce environmental friendly products. For example, there are a lot of stainless steel flasks, a lot of products which are made of recycled scrap. So we're promoting the entrepreneurs who deal with it, and definitely we get funds from the government to do so. So these practices will be in partnership with the government and also in NGOs. So the targets we are achieving is, like, in the long term, because of the financial incentive and all of it, there will be dry waste segregation in order. First, we're targeting a community, and then it grows gradually. And also, there is motivation of social enterprise entrepreneurs in this field. And since recycled raw materials are used back in circular economy, we are aiming circular economy here. And also, because of our initiative of serving to the society, we get funds from the government as well.
Is it done, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, as we are already 4:52, but anyways, it has been a wonderful session. To be very honest, in last few days, this was a session which was have been well attended by almost all the participants here. So, but if we go back to our point, there were 6 groups, and one basic concern which I have, that whatever means all the planning or the ideas which we discussed here, They all are genuinely good. But the question is, can we implement it tomorrow? Any one of us, can we implement or can we adopt the idea tomorrow and we start working on that? Any one idea which we have discussed till now?
So tomorrow means in a specific time, or
tomorrow means maybe in a week time. That's it.
Sir, can I?
It's not possible.
Yeah, please.
Sir, can I?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Sir, I think the EduTech platform which we have discussed, that can be implemented immediately, because today we see that because we are trying to connect with all the communities, say local village communities, which is the Gram Panchayat, at the Gram Panchayat level, and every Gram Panchayat has internet connectivity. So immediately, I think as we all faculty members today are able to access through the internet, we are able to deliver courses immediately, because all of us on this platform are professionals and are having some expertise in some area. We can immediately begin it with within a week's time, where we can connect with the local Gram Panchayat and start delivering this courses without any kind of background.
Group 3 you are talking about, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, the group 3, where we are going to provide professional and vocational training.
Ma'am, you must try. I would advise you must try, because on paper things looks easier. Likewise, if I'm not going in detail about.
Let me just give you an example,
please,
sir.
Please. Go ahead.
So, for example, there are many schools in villages where they do not have proper kind of personality development, if I just have to talk about it. And I being from the management side, where I emphasize on professional development and other things, I can immediately start with a small course where I can deliver, I can connect with one school. Or
exactly, that's what my point was.
I can immediately connect with.
Ma'am, exactly, that was my point. Start small, because if I go through all these group ideas, they are very big. Truly, if we can execute that, they will be having a very tremendous result. But these ideas are genuinely very big. It will take a time to start off. Whereas we missed out the situation. In Hindi, we used to say jugaad. So if we start off the things which are very nearby to us and we initiate, because in one of the group when I jumped in, I found that people were discussing about toothpaste. And if you look into that particular thing, that was quite easy to apply. So if we can, all these ideas, undoubtedly they are good. But in terms of implementation on the ground,
the gestation period is long for many of them. But the EduTech platform, since all of us are professionals, we can immediately pool up our resources and come.
I do agree. I don't have any argument on that.
That's just my point of view, sir. Thank you.
I do agree. Undoubtedly, as you have said, as you have mentioned, that if we pick up one small area and we start communicating and delivering our skill set to the respective people, that's what I was expecting. A very small area we have to pick up. When we are talking about, when we are framing our ideas, we need to pick something very small, so that tomorrow, if we start off, if we wish to plan, we can execute that. Likewise, if I tell you, like agarbatti is one example. Like these, if you go to the temples, you'll find out that these flowers, waste flower, which we give on God, they are extracted out of that, and the people, you are making agarbattis there. And it is very easy to start off. You can start off this idea very tomorrow. Similarly, if you talk about vermipost, or if you talk about that biocompost, house wet waste in your apartment, I do agree. When we are talking about, like one group was talking about the Bhopal case. So when we are talking about the Bhopal case, that is a bigger picture. But if we start off that particular idea from my apartment, that will be the real scenario. That will be the real action. And that's what I was actually expecting. But anyways, the ideas which, like if I talk about group number 2, started off very well, undoubtedly. The tagline, the idea, everything was good, but in terms of execution, it was a bit longer. Similarly, if I go to the group number 5, that SUSTI points, even if you go by the Malcolm Bridge model, which was framework, which has been used in human resource management also, even various companies, big companies, they rejected it because it is so cumbersome. And you can imagine, like even in our next FDP is on the same area, on sustainability reporting also. So even people are not actually adopting sustainability reporting. And especially when some group was talking about MSMEs. I did my PhD in that area. I know that talking to these people and convincing them, it's one of the tedious job. And when you are going from a sustainability viewpoint, it will be really dreadful and horrible. So my submission, very kind submission is that whenever we are thinking about sustainability, don't think big. Start from the small, which is very much close to us, very much nearby to us. If we can start from that particular small point, then obviously the ideas which are coming up, we will surely achieve each and every idea. But when we are starting off, we have to start from a very small initiative. With this submission, I'm winding off. And if you have any query, you may ask. Okay, thank you guys. It has been a wonderful session. We really enjoyed a lot. All the ideas were really good. So with this, I'm sincerely thankful to all of you. And we'll be meeting tomorrow. From tomorrow onward, for tomorrow, all the sessions will be from the corporate experts. As the third session was there in a day 1, tomorrow the first session will be on circular economy from a corporate. Second session will be on CSR. From the corporate expert view will be there. And the third session will be on sustainability reporting applications. And thereafter on last day, morning session will be on the role of higher education in building sustainable business executives. And thereafter, obviously, we will have our exam. And yesterday's PPT, for day 1 PPTs are already been uploaded on the group in that drive. Yesterday and today's PPT will be uploaded, and we will share information in WhatsApp group. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Singh. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir.